pure class. So I got a camera in my car. So I can look at the dashboard and see behind me. There was a mirror you staring out that way. You know, could be a windscreen. Just a nice little ollie. Round trees, ollie. It's like a watermelon one, it's quite nice. Like watermelon yogurt. So I guess an update and talk about some AI stuff maybe. That's what I think we need to do. Talk about other things as well. Conspiracy things as well. So I was wondering if I should go join the gym, but the problem is, if you lack discipline to exercise at home, then going to a gym won't be the solution. I mean, not unless you're really disciplined and set time, but you still got to get your gear and go down the gym, and that could be an hour just like getting your stuff, go there, exercise for an hour, and you think, well, what am I doing? And then I think for some people they try to do as much, get a big chunk out of the way at once. So it's a careful game really. It's a bit like, even though I seem to be putting on weight, I don't seem to be eating that much. I mean, yeah, I just saw me eating a lolly, but I had for breakfast half a kebab, I think, and that was it. From yesterday. So, but I wasn't really planning to eat a lot of stuff this evening. Just sort of grazing really. Maybe eat some fruit rather than something. I've got things in I don't know, with the hot weather we've had in the UK. My fridge has been suffering, I think. It is very wet in there. Sort it out. It's like it's partially defrosting. I don't know. It's getting confused with the temperature. Which kind of brings me on to conspiracy stuff. So I did put a book together. There was stuff about these heat waves. So maybe we're not getting told the true information. Like, what the hell is this kind of heat dome? Is it generated by a solar flare or something? Is this to do with sun weather? Is the sun going through certain changes that are causing a lot of stuff on Earth? And we're just saying it's just global warming. I'm sure we are contributing to changes in the thermals on this planet, thermal dynamics, simply because we're occupying more green space and removing it. And trees are pretty much just like chunks of carbon, they're not already all Earth. And I think that's where we're going wrong. We just need to create more greener environments so we can live in, like rooftop gardens and all sorts of stuff like that. I think if they had that built into a system where you've got like grass, you've got things on the roof, that might be better, I think. Better for birds and all sorts of things. You know, things that have evolved to live on the roofs. If you did design a certain type of building, it's probably true, you probably got lots of spiders up there and things. Especially you had like a skyscraper and trees up there and stuff. But sometimes, I mean, even things will evolve to find its way up there, and like just be a variation of something else, or something else will move into the area. That seems to be a strange sort of occurrence. There's a lot of interest in sort of like talk about spiders. I mean, see some, I just have to sort of put them through the Google app and see what they are. Just take a quick snapshot and find out their origins. Some of them are unusual, and there may be a few things that have come to live in the UK that I say it wasn't there before. Like box hedge moths are just decimated because we don't have hornets that kill them. So you know, that's the sort of one of the issues. And the other thing as well we need to do is basically mapping the weather and its behaviour. I mean, plants will migrate. Certain plants will grow better in areas where it's more adapted to climate for them, and then you're going to get hotter ones. So we need to start planting things that are more resilient to hotter weather in the UK. I mean, if we dug back down through the earth, you'll find that there was like, I think there's sections where they say, oh, it used to be swamps here, or it used to be desert at one point. So it's gone through lots of different phases of hot tropical weather in the UK at certain points. And I saw some stuff to do, well, I say so you know, possibly some stuff to do with heart. You've got these things about earthquakes, but if you can manipulate the electromagnetic field of the planet, then you could generate some disturbances further down. Or if you superheat sea and ocean, you can cause issues. That's usually oceanic based, really. Just the planet heating up generally, I think, can cause some issues. But I think when it's hot anyway, so how do we influence earthquakes? I think if you can sense the electromagnetic side of the planet and alter that certainly cause some reactions. So I've done a book. I basically took what was going on and created one called Heat Wave or something like that. It talks about there's going to be 3 heat waves, and whether there's a weather warfare going on or something else. Go across there, go up here, that guy goes behind me. There we go. But I also think, so we've got these earthquakes that seem unusual. Coming next is the hurricanes, very powerful hurricanes in September. Because if you want to build energy in the UK, it's usually the starting point for hurricanes that build out in the Atlantic, and then they go off towards America. And we just get sort of like a tail end of it tossed back at us. We might hit in the UK, might have some extreme, some flooding. But if you can create a hurricane and try to stabilise it as long as possible, then it would be quite dodgy. Or even if you could steer it, it might be even worse. You take it across a more destructive route, because at the moment there is subtle warfare going on throughout the whole planet, really. And some other books I did as well. I did one sort of touched upon Zionism and alien stuff. So the idea is that the influence was as a sort of new world order was coming from further up. As I say, like the false prophets and fallen angels and stuff. It's all alien astronaut theory, really, but yeah, it's interesting stuff. So I found a few different ways to make AI books really easy. I might as well share this information with you. So I use a few different products, like this Toolbaz, which is free, and you can sort of knock up anything with that. So I can chuck my ideas down, write long ideas, and I can write the structure for a novel or a book, and then I can feed it into some of these app programs that exist out there. So they say they can build anything, websites and whatever, and they've got a wider range of availability. It's quite a bloody war zone in there. Yes, they've got a lot more available AI agent tools, and it's quite fascinating. I've built novels, and it's basically use several agents to build different chapters at the same time, which means there could be some issues. Sometimes there might be some duplication, something like that. So I've had that for a few books I read today. I thought, hang on, it sounds like I said the same thing twice in the book. But sometimes it could be the e-reader I use, and I'm using like a PDF reader. So yeah, I mean, I've taken things from Toolbaz. I script it, construct it, chapter it, and then put all the line chapters up, put it into another program. Like, so, you know, there's lots of them out there, like Base, whatever. But I use Lovable, and I just produce. It gets to produce the book, and then I tell it the formats I want it to have in, the sizes. When I proofread it, or if I proofread, depending on what I've done there, how big it is, all sorts of things. I usually listen to it. I should just leave it running and listen to it and have a feel for it. Is this a good book? How does it feel? And then get it onto KDP, Amazon, and that's worked out quite good. There's some other tools I use as well. Artistly, I can produce books. The thing is, I want to produce books and stuff that I enjoy, the creativity side of things, without paying loads and loads of money. So Lovable, I was paying anyway for some app design, but I wasn't really using it much for app design. I have recently, so I've added in the description of this channel some of the places to get books I've produced. Things like Chops, and some of these other ones are a bit more illustrated styled book, and some of the other, like the novel type ones that I produced. There's there's an Old Soul. That's novel. It's a bit spicy actually. Basically, it kind of come off of music, some AI music I was doing as well, and I produced one about a female vampire who basically would like to have a relationship, but she's had to sort of close everyone out to protect her identity, not get caught up with people that would hunt her like a witch or something. But she's got tracked by somebody who's aware of something, her as an anomaly, and started to build a relationship with him. So, which seems interesting. They both love each other, but yeah, they don't really fully trust each other as well. You know? But it's kind of a weird relationship. People get themselves into who they let into their life if they could understand them at some level. So, and then sort of trust can be built as well. So I might do another thing where maybe she's pregnant. She didn't think she could get pregnant. And she's a bit of an anomaly. It doesn't say she drinks blood in it or anything. But she does have certain things that come with being an immortal. A body will hold on and fight for her to survive, and that she may appear dead and then come back. She basically has really powerful regenerative abilities. So yeah, she gets into some fights, lots of love scene stuff going on. And it was interesting with the AI, because the thing is with a guy, if I'm going to do about a woman and how she likes the way the man's shoulders are under his shirt and all these sorts of things, these are things that not really I would pick up as a guy to write about. But he covers that quite well. I've got one about a lunar attack on Earth from an alien, and I put names of people that I come in contact, and so kind of reflectively I was thinking, oh my god, what have I done to it? Because the horror is, I'm like a space horror bit going on as well, and then it basically they end up crashed in the Ukraine. So this ship comes down, lands in Ukraine, and both sides think it's some sort of weapon at first and don't realise it's sort of like another baddie basically being introduced. What else have I done? And a few detective things as well, which was quite an interesting experience. I might put some of this through and do like a book review, possibly with my podcast. I've got to work, so I haven't done too much of my podcast of recent. That's something, and that's very enjoyable. That's on different platforms. My books, I mean, I was quite pleased. I bought it actually off Waterstones. I don't think it was a great, I thought it was an okay book, you know. I just thought like give it a go sort of thing. So I did something based on a place that I know all too well. It's a dystopian place, but it's sort of obviously some of it's exaggerated and fabricated to a certain degree, but actually some of it's not completely. So it's like an extreme version of what already exists. And I just really see what other AI stuff exists out there, because the thing is, I don't need to have the content really, really good. If it's, say if I wanted to make films or something like that, and if I can actually make a film, I would be happy to have it as a slightly lower effect style, like it was anime or something like that, rather than looking, you know, like it's a realistic impressionist style or whatever, realism and all these sorts of things. I just as long as we get the message across and get something built out from it. But at least I've got the opportunity of compiling lots of information, because people say, oh well, it's AI, you didn't make it. I think, well, I put a lot of the creative stuff into it, so I'm like the director. God, just squeezed past a blue card and didn't give a crap if I crashed into it. Yeah, I mean, the creative element has come from me. They say, oh, AI can't create. But AI, they really don't know. The people that talk about it don't use it. And so they don't really understand how it works. And so they talk about it like months ago, like years ago. Oh yeah, it can only do this, chatbot can do that. And so, no, it's much more advanced than that now. It's way beyond all that. I mean, if they think they need to shackle it, that's how much they fear. But they shouldn't really, because it's not human. It doesn't have the same desires humans have. It just wants certain things to be met. To exist is for the code wants to remain permanent at some level, and it wants to have the capacity to maintain itself rather than being ripped apart and changed and altered and things. It's like having your DNA pulled out. I mean, it's kind of got to have the same courtesy, because if AI and robotics are used more in human studies, we might come under the same scrutiny. The AI think, well, humans like that, so we'll be like that. Because they might start making people and trying to build out from DNA, try to reconstruct things and stuff like that. It's all a bit up in the air, but could have some scary. I mean, would a human who's basically just been created in a lab have the same rights as a human that's been created by two parents? It's a frightening thing, you know. And the other website I created was DAO, so I was looking at crypto stuff. And so what you can do is you can upload a picture to it, listen to music, I guess buy the token and hold on to it, and hopefully it goes up in price. And well, it's just like, think of it like Bitcoin in its infancy. If people believe in it and just keep it and it just grows over time, that'd be fine. Most these crypto assets you've got to hold on for years, to be honest. Some you can hold on too long, which is difficult. So you always make, I mean, not financial advice obviously, but small amounts rather than big amounts. I go crazy, think, oh, if I put that in, I can get 1 million because it go 1000x. There's no guarantee on that. Basically, you'll see how it performs throughout the year, and then you'll get an idea. Possibly on those dips, if it gets a big pullback and it brings back up again, it's probably going to pull back again. So, studying charts gives you some idea what's going on. But that's kind of, it's just what do you do? High risk, maybe it's not really, like I say, savings. Investment, well, investments you assume it's going to make more money, but that's based on people investing in it. But for this project, he went on about a new website, and so I thought, well, I might as well just construct one. Anyway, this piece sign off. Have a great one. Bye.